What's up, YouTube? This is my first video I'm ever doing, and I'm deciding to do the 2025 metal tag trend that I've seen going around. I watched Wyatt XM's video, and I figured I would tag along and do it. So yeah, we'll just get straight into it. Alright, so the first question is, name a release you are eagerly anticipating in 2025, and without a doubt, first thing that came to my mind is Naked Whipper. They've got a new album coming out in 2025, and from what I've heard so far, I think it's gonna be really sick. If you don't know, these guys are kind of like black death metal mixed with like grindcore. They call themselves Sado Grind, but yeah, pretty sick shit. So that's what I'm anticipating. Question number 2, the 25th item in my collection. That would be Blasphemy, Gods of War. This is specifically the, I guess you could just call it the camo edition. This was specifically for, I forget what it's called, the, it's in here somewhere. Yeah, for the, Never Surrender Fest that they did. So yeah, 25th item in my collection. Cool. Right. Question number 3. Name an older band that you checked out for the first time in 2024 and loved. So that would have to go to Manila Road. I know they're fairly popular band, but I've heard of them before. I think I tried listening to them, and I didn't dig the vocals, especially like the album I think it's the album Necropolis or the song Necropolis. I don't know. I didn't really get it, but I revisited them not too long ago this year, obviously, and they're great. Like, I think it's the first. I mean, they've got a lot of good records. I think I listened to about 4 of them, and yeah, they're all pretty good. So that's that. Question number 4, how do I purchase most of my music? So it's kind of a mix. I order stuff online, Hell's Headbangers, Nuclear War Now, Iron Pegasus, Iron Bonehead, all that good stuff. But I do go to record stores as well. I'm kind of like specific about what I try to buy in store versus buy online. I got a record store near me called Lunchbox Records, and they've got like pretty standard metal records and stuff like that. I got all my Archgoat records from there. Their used selection is pretty good as well. But I mostly try to stick to, like, I guess newer releases I mostly get online, and then old stuff I try to find in person. I just think buying a record in person just feels better than buying it online. So question number 5. Show a heavy metal album that musically is really hard to place in a heavy metal subgenre. So this one was a little bit difficult, but I would have to go with Macabre. So these guys are like, I mean, they're not too weird or anything like that in terms of like musically. I mean, it's just like death metal, thrash metal, a little bit of grindcore, I guess. But definitely their own sound and style. Like, if you hear Macabre, you know it's Macabre. If you don't know these guys, they're kind of like, well, like I said, death metal, thrash metal, grindcore, but their entire thing is all about serial killers. You can see on the cover here a whole bunch of serial killers. There's John Wayne Gacy. But yeah, so that's my answer for that one. Question number 6. Talk about an album you used to hate but now love. So it's not so much an album, really, but a band overall. And it's Abzu. Like, musically, Abzu isn't anything that I wouldn't normally like black thrash, pretty much. But I think it was just, every time I would listen to them, I think it was just Proscriptor's vocals that kind of like really like screechy, sounds like kind of like a fucking bird. I couldn't really dig it, but I went back and listened to like the first I think the first 2 albums or something like that. I know their first one's kind of like death metal, and then the Son of Titharath, or I'm not sure how you say it, but that one I really liked. And so for like, I don't know, it was like 3 weeks straight, I was just hooked on Abzu, and I was just listening to them nonstop. I don't own anything in my collection of theirs, but I really, really want to. So, all right. Question number 7. Show an album that you blind bought in 2024. So, I don't own the album yet. I don't have it in my possession yet. And it wasn't really a blind buy. But my answer to that is Aberration. They're kind of a newer band, but they just put out their debut album, Demonaltry, this year. It totally flew under my radar. Like, I never checked it out up until basically the end of the year. And it was like, I saw the cover art. I think I listened to 1 song, maybe even 2, and I was like, yeah, like, I want this. So I bought it immediately. And so it's currently on its way to my home. So yeah, Apparition. They're kind of like, just kind of like Morbid Angel, Altars of Madness, or like Abominations of Desolation, that kind of style of death metal. And I'd say like Morbid Angel mixed with like, you know, the good, all that old stuff, Necrovore, Incubus, stuff like that. But even like a little bit of newer, not newer, but like Black Witchery kind of, I think, especially with the vocal style. So yeah, if you haven't checked them out, you definitely need to. So, question number 8. Show an album that you own more than one of on the same format. So that would have to go to Blasphemy, Fallen Angel of Doom. This is the camo version, kind of like the one I showed, the Gods of War one, the Never Surrender Fest one, and this is just a standard version. It's blue vinyl. I won't take it out, but yeah. At first, I was gonna pick something where I have a lot of albums where I have a CD or a cassette and the record, but I realize it's on the same format, so that's yeah, that's that. Fallen Angel of Doom. Number 9, show off a grail. So I feel like I got a lot of grails this year, but I think my favorite one would definitely have to be here it is, Pungent Stench, Disharmonic Orchestra split, Nuclear Blast. Obviously it's the original pressing. They only ever did 1 pressing. This is the black, just standard black vinyl version. Yeah, so I found this at it's like a vintage marketplace, but they also have some records, and I found this there. And like when I figured out they had this, I mean, this was like an immediate purchase. This is like really like a prized possession in my collection now. Last time I checked on Discogs, if I'm correct, I don't think I ever even saw one that was being sold in the US. Because these go for pretty hefty sum. So this is definitely a grail that I got. Question number 10, what is a grail item that you were on the hunt for? So this kind of ties in with the last one. I've been collecting trying to find a lot of original Venom pressings. Venom's probably like my favorite band ever. But I got a couple this year that I'm really proud of. So the first one is actually a compilation record, Bonsai Records. It's got Venom, Raven, Trouble, Metallica, Slayer, yeah, and then it's also got a little bonus LP. But this has Rip Ride on it, and then oh yeah, I think that's the bonus. But it's got Warfare, a couple other bands on there. But I found this actually at the same place I got the Pungent Stench record. But yeah, this is really sick. It's got Venom Rip Ride on it. And then this is Atwar was saying this is an original 1984 pressing. This is something I'm really proud of as well. This is another one I just found at a record store, and I obviously bought it immediately. So yeah, it's actually got, I believe, yeah, it's even got an old sticker on it. You can see July 15th, 1980 something on there. But so yeah, another Venom. And then this is one I specifically went out of my way to find and purchase. This is Venom. This is the singles, 1980 to 1986. So this is all, like it's got, yeah, it's got like Acid Queen, Bloodlust, Lady Lust. That's my favorite Venom song. Warhead. So yeah, this one I went out of my way to purchase. It's even got a typo. It says busting out. It's supposed to be bursting out. So yeah, I've been really trying to, like, I don't know, that's just what I've been wanting to collect, is just original Venom pressings. So yeah, that's basically what I'm on the hunt for right now. Question number 11. Show an album that no matter how many times you purge it from your collection, another copy returns to you. So that would have to be this record here. Vastigo. I think it's, what is this? Storm of Satan. So the first, I guess, way that this got into my collection was, I think I purchased something from Nuclear War Now, or I got it, something from somewhere. And it was this record sleeve, just the outer sleeve that was just packed in with everything else. I think it was just kind of, they just threw it in there. And I was like, huh, you know, whatever. I don't really know this album or anything like that. But it was in there. The sleeve was in there. And then not too long ago, I think I purchased something. Because I know this is a Nuclear War Now. This is on Nuclear War Now. But I think, yeah, this is the actual album. And it just got thrown in there. So I don't even think I've played it. It just kind of ended up in my collection. So, yeah, Vastigo, Storm of Satan. Name an artist that you had lost track of over time but reconnected with in 2024. So this one was kind of pretty hard one. And it's not, I didn't necessarily lose track of them, but it would have to be the band Tank. You know, Fifth Hounds of Hades or Hell, I don't know. One of those. I was at a show not too long ago, and they were playing that song, Stormtrooper, Fell in Love with a Stormtrooper, and I could hear it playing, and I was like, I know this song. Where do I know who is it? I couldn't figure out who it was. And finally I figured out who it was, and I went back and listened to that record, and it's just a great band, great album. I wish I want to purchase that, but I mentioned it earlier, but that's kind of an album where, like, I want to find that in a store, you know, like I don't want to go out of my way to purchase it online. But yeah, that's something I would want to just find in person. I think it's just better that way, cooler that way. But yeah, Tank. Name a band whose debut album really impressed you. So, mentioned them earlier, but that would have to be Aberration, Demon Ultry, I don't know exactly how you say it, but yeah, Aberration. 14. Show a band or release that you bought as a result of someone's YouTube channel or video. So this one was another kind of hard one. I just kind of had to think back to, you know, what I knew and what I didn't know. But it would have to be Molested, Blood Drum. I'm not too sure how you say it, but I think the first time I ever heard of this band or even saw this record was in a YXM video. and that just kind of made me aware of them. And then not too long ago, Osmos put out a reissue of this, and yeah, I bought it. So yeah, this is a 2024 pressing, Osmos Productions, Molested, Blood Drawn. Number 15, Show a Great Album with Bad Cover Art. This one was, I really could not find anything that, at least in my collection. So yeah, just kind of gonna skip over that one, unfortunately, but on to the next. Number 16, show an album cover that was created by one of your favorite artists. So this was very easy to pick, but that would have to go to the one and only Chris Moyen. Got the Barrett shirt, Arch Goat, Blasphemy. Done a lot of amazing work. So yeah, Chris Moyen, definitely my favorite extreme metal artist. Number 17, name an album that you would like to see reissued on CD or vinyl. This would have to be Macabre's Gloom album. It's their first album, or no, it's the second album, 1988. It hasn't been reissued in a while, and I think it's, last time I checked on Discogs, it was just, all the copies are just unnecessarily expensive, but that's because it hasn't been reissued. So yeah, it'd have to be Macabre's Gloom album. That might actually be my favorite album of theirs. It's got a lot of killer tracks on it. Ratman, specifically, that's a really good one. But yeah, Macabre's Gloom. Number 18, name an album from a genre you do not normally listen to. So that would have to be Linda Ronstadt. This is her, this is Greatest Hits compilation. Not really a whole lot to say. I don't even really know what you would classify her, like what genre necessarily you'd put her in, but I just know I like Linda Ronstadt. She's got a lot of good songs. I think my favorite song by her would have to be Different Drum. That's a really good song. So, yeah, Linda Ronstadt. What is a band you hope to see live in 2025? So it's not really one that I hope to see. It's kind of one that I'm already planning on seeing. But Napalm Death, they're going to do that tour with the Melvins. But yeah, I mean, I just want to see Napalm Death. I've never seen them before, but yeah. Question number 20. Tell your viewers about 2 YouTube channels you enjoy. That'd have to be Off the Dome. It just had to be YXM, and Justin Horval of Hell's Headbangers, commonly known as J-Dog. But yeah, I watched their videos. It's entertaining stuff. And yeah, that wraps up the Metal Tag 2025, my first ever video on this YouTube channel. Hopefully more to come. I think maybe next I'll just show off my collection. It's not a huge collection. Got records here, and here. This is all CDs, and then I got box sets and cassettes and more CDs down there as well. But yeah, if anyone watched this, thank you for watching, and peace.